Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's another Kenshi weekend, and I'm excited to have you all. Thank you for being here with me. Couple of things to just kind of plug real quick before we get started. For those of you watching the abridged Kenshi videos, new one is out now on the channel. Fear and Hunger Part 1 abridged is out if you missed Fear and Hunger. Part 2 is finished editing, and that'll be out in the next couple of days. I just need a thumbnail and a couple of things like that. I am pushing pretty hard on all three of my YouTube channels. I've got the original Ad Noctem Media, Ad Noctem Music, and Ad Noctem Gaming, and I have plans for content for all of them, so keep an eye on those if you watch the YouTube, if you enjoy the videos. The music one just put out a couple of reaction videos on some stuff that I thought was pretty cool. But that aside, we're here today to do some Kenshi, day 62 of the Blind Hardcore first playthrough. This has been going for a while, and we are starting to cross off those boxes on the to-do list and narrowing down the things that we wanted to do before this run finishes. We may be in the back half and getting ready to wrap up the first ever playthrough for us, but certainly not the last playthrough of Kenshi. All right, let's see who we got. Trans Tanky Girl, welcome in. Good to have you. Congrats on first today. Hello, Space Monkey and Cemetery Chick, Scanlin, Max Topal, welcome in. Myco Druid, Borealis, hope you're doing well. So yeah, lots of stuff going on the YouTube, exciting stuff with that. And today, I want to take a look at the world we have created in Kenshi. For those of you who were not here previously, we have overthrown both the United Cities and the Holy Nation. We have captured the Lord Phoenix, and I want to return and see what has happened of those territories. I want to explore a couple of territories that we have not gotten to yet, and then we set our sights on the south, the forbidden area of the Ashlands, perhaps the last Terra for us to conquer in this playthrough. Let's get to it. Has anybody here seen the Kenshi behind-the-scenes music videos from Cole Audio Solutions, where they show, like, the making of the music? I want to know if those videos are spoiler-free, because I would love to watch those and record, like, my thoughts on them. I wonder if I should do that on the gaming channel or the music channel. Because really, it could be either. Have not. No worries, Borealis. Didn't know those existed. Yeah, I got recommended one on YouTube, and I thought it would be really cool to see the behind the scenes. Definitely check them out and let me know. Oh, thank you, Myco. All right, so previously we were here. We were getting some people new limbs. Sounds cool indeed. Welcome in, Paul. Good to have you. All right, so we've got Zim going to work making robotics components. Headed to the Ashlands this run. I don't know if we'll get there today, but yes. Who's losing body parts now? Many people. It's just the way of things, unfortunately. So they need robotics components, which we're making now with skeleton muscles and motors. And then to make skeleton muscles needs steel bars and presses. I think we're going to finish up this robotics component, and then we're going to make presses and motors for a bit. Provided that Zim... Ah, there we go. Zim is actually making another arm. Okay. Does Zim have any in inventory? No. We do have one here that somebody should grab. This is the end of crafting. You never actually got to yourself. Always bought your expensive limbs. There's a couple that I don't really see how you make, like the archer ones. Like the steady arm that, was it Photo or Ice has? I don't know how you make that, but maybe after you build extra strong arms. Funny thing, in your Kenshi run yesterday, captured Valamon and wanted to turn him in at the city of Brink. Forgot that your people themselves had a bounty on them. So instead, you accidentally raised Brink and left Valamon there to vanish. After that, you cleared the Southern Hive out of Crab Raider territory. Basically punished Lady Sugi to death and got the Noble Wrath Assault. While your main fighters were away. Wow. It is a turn of events. Hey, Ezra, welcome in. Good to have you. So yeah, we're going to have Zim just work on building robotic limbs. And we're going to take the main group, and we're just going to do some sightseeing and stuff. What I think we'll do first is stop by the stone golem and see if she still has the dialogue to tell her we want to go to war with the United Cities. I just wonder what will happen if we do that. Because I'm not convinced we've actually triggered a flag in the game that says, yes, United Cities have been defeated. You know what I mean? So I'm just, since I'm not really taking any outside help or anything, just trying to cover all of my bases in that regard. Do I know who Igor is? Yes, we actually have captured Igor and turned him over to the Anti-Slavers. Well, look at Sad Neil's bounty, 150,000. Igor was defeated by 100 Guardians and your standby Warriors of Darkness. Very cool. Igor generally means you messed up, you see something fierce. Yeah, we did that when we started destroying towns. I was like, what is hurting us? It's blood spiders. Imagine how much faster we'd move across the map if we had a bunch of scout legs on us. Wanted to feed 2 slaver nobles to the beakies, but the poor cuties got scared when their lunch screamed for help. It's always a little weird seeing a beak thing get scared and run away from stuff. This is interesting structure right here. It's like an old radio tower or something. Imagine your tasty meal started moving and screaming. I mean, isn't that why, like, dog toys squeak? Isn't it supposed to, like, activate their prey drive? You'd think that would just get the beak things going even more. Mind you of the 155-pound cane corso you met the other day who was, per his owners, afraid of rabbits. Yeah, it looks like the swamp used to have some type of comms infrastructure. At least I'm assuming that's what that is, or like radio towers or something. I think a dog would be perplexed if the prey it thought dead started moving and howling. I don't know, I feel like that's like a more standard thing in nature than we would think. Like, I have definitely seen, you know, like in science classes and stuff, I have definitely seen videos of animals eat other animals alive while they're screaming, and they're just absolutely unbothered by it. What's next on my list? I want to check out, I want to make sure we're done with the Holy Nation and the United Cities. I want to check out Gut, and then I think we just got to prepare for the Ashlands. I don't think we have any other big goals that are left besides that. Maybe make a base in the pits to prepare for an Ashlands expedition. Like you eating your fajitas at a restaurant while they're still sizzling. Except I feel like that hurts you more than it hurts your food. Want to kidnap an elder beaky and bring it home as a pet? Okay, so confession time. I have not fought an elder beak thing yet, and they scare me. Oh, just Gecko was going to go fight them on his own. Man, I remember when a berserker would mess me up. Just absolutely ruin my day. Have I fought a Leviathan yet? No. The toughest things I have fought have been the two unique gorillas and the king of the Southern Hive. Who were they fighting just now? Oh, Bone Dog. Poor thing. You're telling me you don't know how to get to AdMag from here? Elder Beakies are less scary when you have base stats in the 70s, specialist, masterwork, heavy armor, and edge type falling suns. I mean, that basically describes me right now. I mean, most stats still in the 60s, but we're creeping into the 70s. Thought that read Shrek. Yeah, we've talked about a mod to make that Shrek. The Shrek Kingdom. Alright, you all ought to be able to figure your way into AdMag from here. There you go. Kidnapped the king too today. You've been busy. I didn't check Gecko's food, but we have plenty. Gonna make a zoo. Alright, where is Asata? Oh, we can't talk to her. So yeah, we can't tell her anything about the war on the UC. All right, well, let's go take a tour of the Holy Nation. You know, I don't know that we ever visited New Kralia. I don't think we did. Let's go check it out while we're here. In and out, 15-minute adventure. It'll be fun. Oh, maybe talk to Bayan? Maybe. Let's check Bayan real quick. That's a good call. If I could find him. It's so funny that they locked up the Protector of the Flame, but not, not the Phoenix. No, he can't be spoken to either. Okay. New Kralia it is. Oh, I forgot we've got a bunch of money now. We've got 300,000 cats just from turning in so many high-ranking enemies. This is New Kralia? Can you ever pay off your own bounty? At lower levels, yes. At this level, no. My bounty will never go away because I'm so notorious. But you can find pacifiers. Well, and lower bounties will just go away over time, or if you get imprisoned, they'll go away with prison time. But a really high bounty never falls off. 300k is what you're short of from 3 mil. Intruding foolishness. Just wanted to see what's inside. See if you have, like, a leader. Doesn't look like it. So that's it. Sad Neil says, so that's it. I'm a murderer now. It's all downhill from here. And here I thought life couldn't get any worse. Hey, what's up, Todd? Welcome in. Kral's Chosen are now hostile towards me. They were always hostile towards me. I mean, they always started fights with me out in the wild. But these guys aren't going to attack me. How goes Kenshi today? Pretty good. We're just getting started. And there's already been some dismemberments on the enemy side, not ours. Flying Bull. Okay, that's the leader. You've got a pretty terrible quality weapon. The Shek Kingdom. I mean, we might as well turn him in. An old refitted blade. All right. When you don't do a low-level quest until the end of the game. Takes you longer to walk there than it does to do the quest. Dismembered enemies is good as long as they are not remembered. Usually clear Nucralia after Dust King. Yeah, we could have done that a long time ago. Need to lurk and grab some food. Have a good one, Borealis. Your Ruka actually beat that place up on her own. I'm pretty sure my Truth could have done that easily. I mean, a number of people could, but I think if I had to pick a champion right now to do combat for me, it's either Truth or Burn. And yeah, it just makes the most sense to do Truth. Ain't that the truth? And a kick in the head. Bayon, where are you? You point out a fun detail about Flying Bull. Sure. Surely you may. Oh, he's not even wanted by one of the big guys. We just got to bring him to the police. Low-level bounty. His fragment axe is unique. Oh, Bullhorn axe, you're right. Gifted to Shager's most loyal, invincible warrior, Ida the Flying Bull. For him, I fight 1,000 men. For him, I die 1,000 deaths. Excuse me, I'm just trying to turn in a bounty here. Ah, here we go. But is your prison full here, too? Yeah. Oh, this is from the time the Holy Nation attacked. We've got Valtina right here. And then a bunch of caravan drones. Imagine having a leader you would be willing to die for. Maybe in a different world. Maybe in one as harsh as Kenshi. I don't know. Ida stood his ground and fought proud. He was a strong warrior. Honor to you, kin. Okay, so they, I guess, like, honor Ida in a way. That would be the Flying Bull. All right, let's go up this way. Was it trying to bring in real world politics? No, it's okay. I mean, in a way, I feel like this game is written in a way that it intends to make you draw those parallels to real life. That doesn't mean we get into a ton of it on stream, of course, but it's only natural for it to come up. And you apologize for nothing, as it should be. Kenshi pretty woke, not gonna lie. It balances it out with handles. What do you mean with handles? A community meme about the hip horns of Shek women. Okay. Hey, thank you for lurking. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Yeah, see, I'm not tuned into the Kenshi community outside of my own stream, so I'm just not going to be up on that stuff. Exciting thing is maybe after this playthrough, or maybe after the next, eventually I'll be able to join the Kenshi community and not keep myself totally in the dark for fear of spoiling something or learning meta strategies. What is that? Oh, it's another floating camp. Or tent. It's the second time I've seen that this game. Gonna disappear for 2 weeks and come back like, guys, I know all the lore. Where are you all? Flotsam ninjas. Interesting. I don't recall seeing Flotsam out here this far. Looks like wild bulls over there. Yep. Once you clear out Ashlands, you should be good to consume third-party content. You already figured out most of it. There are some hidden mechanics you'll never figure out otherwise. An intriguing proposition. Maybe I'll do a video. Like, what I learned from 300 hours of Kenshi with no guides. And then I will open up the reference books. Yeah, I played Kenshi blind for 600 days. This is clickbait about the power of teamwork, you riot. I don't think Kenshi does teach a story so much about teamwork. I think it's more about resilience and failing forward. Finding safe ways to seek out challenges that you can't quite overcome yet as a means of growth. I feel like that's the real lesson behind Kenshi. That, or maybe it's work smarter, not harder, and cheese is the name of the game. You tell a fun fact about the king? Only if it doesn't have anything to do with anything else in the game that I might still yet run across. Or if it's like a lore that I might want to learn about later. Wow, they did sack this place. You'll die a courageous death. Okay. Single crawls chosen. Empty-handed crawls chosen. You won't be missed. Oh, the Flotsam ninjas take over. That seems not terrible. King of the Southern Hive is technically an animal, meaning it can age and grow and become an elder king. I'm pretty sure it was an elder when I fought it. I'm pretty sure the age said elder. Thumper of the Holy Nation? Who or what is Thumper? I can't tell if that's a class. Would explain why it was so damn tanky if it was an elder. Somebody could check the VOD if they really wanted to find out, but I'm pretty sure it was. What? Oh, it's a pack bull. Okay. It was like, why are they killing the bull? Gecko, run over there and get you some food. And have food for days. The width of the wooden trader's backpacks is determined by how wide a character's waist is. That makes sense. Don't let me catch anybody sizing them up by their backpacks now. I know you, Twitch chat. YouTube, you're to be determined, but I know your ways. I don't want to hear any, ooh, look at the width of that backpack. It was indeed an elder. Someone checked the VOD. Thank you, someone. Breck's backpack is probably thick. Breck's backpack is not there for you to objectify. I like how what used to be a temple is now a weapon shop. Do you possibly have anything of interest to me? So I wonder where the seat of society is in this new Flotsam Ninja village. Looks like a couple people here that maybe we could recruit. Who are you? Ah, UC pacifier. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Ah, Faction HQ. Let's go talk to the Flotsam Ninjas. Assuming there's somebody we can speak to. Traders Guild pacifier. I wonder if I could pacify the Traders Guild. Wait, I know you. You're an anti-slaver. And you thought you could tidy things up with the Traders Guild, just like that? Think again, anti-slaver. Say that like it's a dirty word. Some of these Flotsam folk are pretty tough. I don't see anything like a leader I can speak to, though. This one says it's open to the public. No, I can't serve you. Please just leave. Check the Holy Throne. It looked pretty destroyed. Let's see what it's all about. Because there doesn't really seem to be a Holy Throne anymore. You stole the fancy rugs from the nobles' homes and decorated your own bar with them. That your currently workless comrades can sit around in style. Well, it's pretty cool seeing the consequences of our actions. Oh, there's a hospital here, something that I don't recall the Holy Nation ever having. We're at a boot shop. Y'all got anything good over here? Hey, pleb, how's it going? Good to see you. Boot trader. What do you know? It's boots. Now, I'm curious enough to go on up and check Rebirth and see what it's become. The theme of today is finding out how the world has changed based on our consequences. Kind of reminds you of like the first two Fallouts, but also Total War. It's definitely got Fallout inspiration. Also, I would say Wasteland, which, you know, has shared DNA with Fallout. A lot of people say Morrowind. Total War, I've never played, but I think I can see where you're coming from. It's a great game. Very difficult. We're just enjoying being very powerful now after about 260 hours in this playthrough. Yet I still know there's stuff out there that could probably bring my run to an end. Nice, where are you going? Flotsam ninjas, okay. Honestly, I liked the Flotsam ninjas, so, you know, until I see otherwise, it seems like an improvement having them and the Shek running things. Oh, you know what? I wonder what happens if you have somebody currently enslaved in Rebirth and you overthrow the Holy Nation. I actually don't know who Mole is. So maybe that's somebody I will encounter still. Alright, now it looks like they still have slaves here. Or is this a holdover? This might be somebody I unshackled when it was Holy Nation and they never left their post. That you knew her since you visited Flotsam Village. Where did I visit? It was... Yeah, Flotsam Village and maybe the Scout Post. Oh, you know what it was? The Flotsam Village, I want to say they were kind of like territorial when I was there, so I never got inside because they would always kind of get on guard when I came near, if I remember correctly. Kind of distrustful of people they don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling like the Flotsam Ninjas abolished the slavery, but this guy left here, Kumo, is a glitch, is my guess. They still have a corpse furnace, but I'm not seeing any other slaves. How do you have -9 martial arts? Okay, well, you're free now, so I don't know. Do with that what you will. That's kind of how freedom works. Ah, Dead Hive Overrun. You know what? This seems to back up my theory that the Hivers become Fogmen when their king or queen dies. I'm guessing queen. I wonder if there's anything else we would expect to change. Narcos Trap and Okron's Shield. Okay, let's go check out this military base, and we'll check out Narcos Trap and Okron's Shield. Kitty, welcome in. And Juno Mojo, good to see you. Okay, yeah, that's how bridges work. Are they just gonna get stuck forever? They they figured it out eventually. Some of them. He's got some trauma he needs to unpack. Yeah, clearly. Wow, the liberation of rebirth. It's hard not to feel proud. It's hard not to feel like we've accomplished something in this terrible world. Yep, that's Fogmen, all right. What do you say? Old time's sake? Call it public service. There are prints here somewhere. Ruka, we've avenged you now. We have grown strong and glorious in combat. Ah, there's the prince. Wing Wing struck him once in the head and he went down. I'll be taking that. Oh, these bone dogs are going to be happy as can be. Prayers for Ruka. Her sacrifice enabled us to become the great warriors we are today. Fighting Fogmen at high levels is so fun, just watching the blue stick figures drop and limbs fly. There's some nostalgia going on here, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like us running should be set to that Green Day song. The sad, sappy one. What is it? Good Riddance? It's a long playthrough we're looking back on. One cleave with a falling sun and like 4 to 6 fogmen just drop. Hand over your food. Oh no, you're making a bad choice. Maybe we can outrun them. Alright, so be it. Oh, Gecko just dropped like 3. Where's Ice going? Oh, Ice got attacked. And can run full speed now. Shall we travel with 100 Guardian for fun? Perfect. All right, we're going to go check Narco's Trap, Okron's Shield, and then from there we'll pass into the Great Desert and check some of the UC cities. How's Green Valley doing? It doesn't even show up on the map as an outpost. There's nobody there. I mean, honestly, we could take it back. The Shek beasts have come. Strayed Paladin. What is this here? Ah, so the Holy Farm is still held by the Holy Nation. Wow, they're just going to town on these bulls. I can't believe we just ran in here and killed farmers in their home. I kind of can't believe it. Brutal. I wonder what we would have thought of ourselves at the beginning if we could see ourselves now. Pretend they were harboring paladin terrorists. So who owns all this then? Like it's still Holy Nation? Oh yeah, indeed. Hello, anybody home? This is a paladin check. Bring out your paladins, and ye shall be spared. Like we spared those holy farmers. Just some lone soldiers that no one had told the war had ended. In some ways, I'm more brutal than the Phoenix himself. Yes, but that amount of introspection makes me uncomfortable, so I will not be doing it. So yeah, Narco's trap is still Holy Nation, sort of. You know, all three people. Do you wish we could integrate the farms into Flotsam Shek territory? Yeah, absolutely. These, like, abandoned buildings torn down on the side of the desert road is super Fallout New Vegas. This is also technically Holy Nation, but I feel like this one's just completely abandoned. All right. Let's go check out... What was the Cactus Den again? We have ads coming up in a minute. I think this one I'm just going to go ahead and roll through because I don't need a break yet, and we're mostly going to be desert running. So do appreciate those of you on Twitch who are not subscribed putting up with the ads. They do keep the pre-roll ads off on the channel. Maybe at some point you'll write Kenshi fanfiction about a Shek combat patrol that is assigned to keeping raptors out of a farm's field. Unlikely romance between Shek Scout and Farmer Girl. Sand Ninjas, don't recall if I cleared it or not. I feel like whoever was there wasn't really a threat to me when I saw it last. And I left them alive for that reason. Yeah, there's the big old skeleton hand there. Let our Shek friends catch up with us. There they are. Wouldn't want them to miss out on the fun. Ah, manhunters. Gecko just soloed that group. Who's fighting who? Yeah, sand ninjas. Guess I didn't attack them because they didn't seem hostile to me. I don't necessarily think that ninja means bad, but I don't recall my dealings with them. I'm slightly negative with them, but... we let them live another day. Let's go check on Stoat. What have we here? Blood Raiders and Rebel Fighters. We have Yabuta Outlaws. Now, the interesting thing is, it looks like the Yabuta are wearing Holy Nation equipment. Makes you wonder what that's all about. What is that over there? Hold on, I gotta go see this weird landmark. I think a bunch of skimmers jump out of it, maybe. Challenger of the undefeated. Moving toward Fortress Shem. Let's see. How are our walls looking? Not bad. I think we got this. We got 3 people on the turrets, and those 3 people are not starving themselves, so I think we'll do okay. Bounty Hunters and Yabuta Outlaws. I wonder if the Bounty Hunters will attack us because we have a bounty. Hey, what's up, Rain? Hey, no worries, Maiko. Take your time. Rest up. What are you? Good to see you, Rain. Hope you're doing well. Wait, but what is this thing? I can't click it? Won't give me any more information. You call it Mark. This seems significant. Looks like a mark. What's all this over here? Really want to know what this place is on the map in Kenshi 2. This is an iron resource. A little bit of grass. Street sign or loudspeaker or some kind of structural brace. I don't know. There's definitely something out here. Do I know what that is? That's the stone camp. Day 62, I know. We're getting at a point where this one might be wrapping up. We've destroyed the Holy Nation. We're making sure that the United Cities are done for. What's going on in here? Yabuta outlaws. Interesting. Fighting... Who? Rebel swordsmen. So I wonder what would have happened if we had defeated the United Cities but not freed the Yabuta. This is a ruin now. This is a forever playthrough. Oh, they tore it up in here. Find somebody we can attack. Humans regenerate, but dings and dents, they're for life, you know, says Sad Neil. At least spare me the indignity of looking like a walking trash can. I think they're chasing down this one because his arms don't work anymore, so instead of fighting, he's just running away. That's exactly what's happening. Like a cat chasing a wounded lizard. How far will they chase him into the desert? Okay, y'all, that's far enough. Come back to town. Wow, what a mess we've left here. Depending on how you frame it, these scenes are either horror or comic relief. The funny part is they could absolutely be something the player experiences as abject horror in the beginning of the game, and then you can turn around and do it to other people. I mean, not people, NPCs, but... Okay, so the Yabuta basically just turn it into ruins. They don't do anything with it. Let's go check out Shobatai. Actually, no, let's go this way. Let's start with Tengu's Vault, and we'll make a big circle. Ah, the Anti-Slavers are joining us. Challenger of the Undefeated has arrived at Fortress Shem. Let's see how long this takes. Okay, so who's the war leader? You're the war leader. It's actually a pretty sizable group of berserkers. So they actually did manage to make it through the wall, or through the gate, because they were a big group, but we put them down pretty quickly after that. Scratch. What are you doing in the wall? All right, well, that... Good show. Good show. His best. Hey, what's up? Yasmi, welcome in. Good to see you over here. Hope you've been well. Okay, so we're at Tengu's vault, and let's see. Kind of looks destroyed. Anybody taking up new residence here? I think there were some people we left imprisoned. Okay, so Screamy is still here. What a weapon. That's got to be a Nodachi or something. I hear somebody picking a lock. Who's that? The Vault Warden is still locked up. This one is still here dying. Well, looks like our work here still holds. I'm gonna skip Hung and go to Heft. Because we know that Trader's Edge belongs to the Anti-Slavers. Who are you? Outlaws. That a lot just off work? How am I liking Kenshi? Oh, you know, I only like it enough that I've been playing it every weekend since November and put 260 hours into it, so I guess I'd say it's kind of alright, you know. It's a decent game. No, honestly, I love this game. We're definitely more towards the power fantasy end of it, though. Guess saw you during one of your first days on it, working healthcare so you don't get a lot of time to yourself. Ah, I see. Well, glad you're off work now. And hopefully resting up or doing something you enjoy. Yeah, it's a good game. It is a time sink, though. I mean, I guess there's probably a way that you could play it that doesn't take so much time, but honestly, it rewards putting time in and building up your characters and stuff. Rebel fighters, I think we're on okay terms with them. Kenshi is basically an RPG where you're upgrading 30 plus people. Yeah. Now, there are strategies to level quickly, but you kind of have to really know the game to do those, I gather. Wow, how did ice get knocked out? All right, I guess we stand here and wait for ice to get back up. All right, buddy, you with us again? Why would they give me a skeleton repair kit for my head? That's one of the body parts that cannot be replaced with a skeleton. I guess I'll take the free repair kit, though. Wow, that's a big group of skimmers. What would skimmers taste like? I don't know. Apparently they're foul meat. So not very good. I would like to think they taste like a really big lobster or something. I would like the idea of big, tasty desert lobsters roaming around. But I don't know. I'm not that optimistic. I feel like Kenshi, the world of Kenshi, is some sort of purgatory where there's not really a lot of good tasting food. Like, you're just here to suffer, basically. Foul or foul? Hope it tastes like chicken. You know, I'm not huge on chicken, but compared to the alternatives of eating, like, dried cactus, yeah, I would take some chicken. All right, so who's here? Rebel fighters. Let's go see what this is all about. Freshly laundered bedding and a Kenshi stream. You've got your Saturday night figured out. All right, let's go see their throne. Who are you? Empire peasant. Oh, you're mad at us. Kenshi's post-apocalyptic, so food is food. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I feed my people cactus sandwiches. You even have a throne? So the Anti-Slavers have a barracks here. I'm feeling like that means we've done as much as we can do. Kenshi was the whole Skynet thing where technology got too advanced. Yeah, I still 260 hours in, and by design because I'm not looking anything up, but I still don't fully know what the world was before. We know a little bit of it. We know there was an empire. We know they had skeletons and robots and advanced manufacturing and cataclysmic weapons. maybe genetic engineering. But I still don't have a good picture of what that world was like. No good food, plus lack of sanitation, plus the only green fertile space is controlled by religious fanatics. Yeah, true. The rest is controlled by capitalist, feudalist slavers. The other tiny rest is controlled by fanatic warriors looking down on the weak. The rest is wild animals that eat you, robots that eviscerate you, or cannibals that eat you. Yeah, I mean, that, to me, that sounds like a perfect purgatory. Like, it's not quite a hell. It's not quite hopeless. But maybe sometimes it's all the more challenging for the fact that there is a small amount of hope through torturous effort. You know? And then come the crabs. Well, that's ruined. Go check out Bark, but I think it's destroyed. A lot of the lore you won't find out since it's not very hand-holding when it comes to lore. You can miss characters with huge lore bombs because a band of slavers came by and killed them before you even had a thought about talking to them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm going to stick with the blind playthrough for a little while and not looking anything up. And then, I don't know, some people have asked me if I'll do, like, a reaction to some of the lore videos. I don't know entirely how I feel about that, because I feel like that is kind of taking the hard work of the lore Kenshi creators on YouTube, but maybe I can find a way to do something like that in a way that I feel good about. Worth you being vague purposely. It's a well-crafted world. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to put together my theory of the world and then compare it to other interpretations. Because I'm sure even the ones who are like the go-tos for lore explanations, I'm sure even for them it's not confirmed, right? I'm sure they're just doing the best they can to put together reasonable explanations. Well, we have more floating tents. That's a good sign. See, it seems like this is still the United Cities, so I'm not sure if I have completely overthrown them. What was that? Oh, bounty hunters. The Machinists are another guild I don't really know much about. When did... who's... Oh, Burn. Burn took the holy chestplate from the Phoenix. It gives near-perfect protection of the body because it's so holy. Limb protection is not so great, but at least you'll have your organs. Fencing chance is 110%? How do you even get that? While I'm in the area, I might want to stop at World's End. I was wondering if there is a group that we could sell or donate our ancient science books and stuff to, and maybe advance relationship with them. What are you all doing? You just standing here looking at the sun? Do we have a noble in here? So I feel like we took this noble, but why does this city still exist? Maybe it's like the Holy Nation where they retained some territories a little bit. Funny that the people so violently against prosthetics mainly wear shitty limb protection, right? Let's see if anybody gets back up and wants to mess with us. While I'm waiting. Oh, recovery coma. I don't know what else we would need to do to destroy this place. Wow, nothing in these shacks, huh? The amount of times we've just invaded somebody's home and then killed them is maybe too high for me. But am I going to change my ways? No, probably not. Shop guard. Guess you didn't come all the way out here for a chat, did you, Roamer? Looking to buy some supplies? He mutters. Gosh darn, I'm so lonely. Interesting, they're not attacking me. Found their version of Bill from King of the Hill. This is a mighty tall cactus. Y'all see the size of this cactus? Thought the thing was like a radio antenna. Looking like one of those century plants that blooms once and then dies. Sandwiches for days. Make a bottle of rum with just that cactus alone. Alright, Shobatai time. Wait, did it say dead? No. Still United Cities. Prefer meat wraps. They do sound better. So I've been thinking about other games to play on the channel. We've been doing a lot of like indies and demos and not a lot of like in-depth playthroughs other than Kenshi. Of course, I want to keep doing Fear and Hunger and then the sequel. But I'm kind of thinking about playing Metal Gear Solid. I've never played a Metal Gear game. What do you think? We got any Metal Gear fans in chat? Terraria is a good one. I know a little of Terraria. I tend to prefer story-based games. Metal Gear Solid is a classic. See, I loved Death Stranding. And I saw Ari play just a little bit of Metal Gear Solid, and I was like, I've kind of got a feeling this is secretly peak, and I just haven't experienced it. Not secretly, because people have been telling me it's peak for a long time, but like secretly to me, unbeknownst to me. Yeah, Metal Gear is pretty great. I think... So here's the thing. If I play that, I have the collection in my Steam library. Should I play that version, or should I play it on an emulator? And then I hear, like, there's a remastered version of the first one. I guess I need to know which variant would be a best experience for me. Alright, so what's going on here? Rebel fighters, okay. So the free traders have set up a lot of shops here. Could play some Long Dark. I don't know. You all should see. I wish I could share my backlogged, because I have 96 games on there, and a lot of them are like 10-hour games. All right, let's cut this way. I want to check out what's happened to this area with both major factions toppled, and then I want to stop by World's End. Sounds like an excellent question for the feedback and voting channel. I don't know if it's a voting thing. Maybe if only people who actually know the game vote. Because otherwise I feel like people are either guessing or I'm just asking them to research for me. You know, Metal Gear Solid has a unique mechanic that may not translate via emulators, but the remaster may handle it. I read that out in my head. I don't know if I read that out loud, but yeah, that is true. I do know a little bit about it, just because it's, like, impossible to be a gamer and not know a little bit about what happens in Metal Gear. Just about to write, I know nothing about Metal Gear Solid. Sorry, Ray. I am not implying that you're not a real gamer. That is not what's happening here. They roasted the head noble alive in the name of Okron and carted the youngsters off to Rebirth. Yeesh, I mean, I hate nobles as much as the next guy, but actually, he probably deserved it. Ever played the modern Resident Evil games? Yes, I have streamed every single one of them. There's VODs for some of them on my now defunct VODs channel. So we have Yabuta Outlaws and Strayed Paladins. You know what I call this? Is a target-rich environment. I want to play a lot more. I've got a bunch of indie games I want to play. I've got a bunch of retro games I want to play. Like, a lot of my backlogged list is PS1 and PS2 games. I'm very much about trying to experience games that I haven't before in a way that I see them as sort of like artistic works, and I like to experience them from across different eras and such. I was playing a pretty cool PS1 game earlier. It was originally a Japanese-only release, Racing Lagoon. Game had a fantastic, like, jazz city fusion soundtrack to it. Love that. All right, we're going to get to World's End, and then what I'm trying to do is see if I talk to the machinists and stuff here, if they want my ancient science books and engineering research and all that, that I've, as far as I can tell, I'm not going to need for new research. I hope they're doing okay. I remember now this is one of the places where I took the error bots. and they kind of tried to attack the whole city. The tech hunters really like being, like, way up in the mountains. Or no, I'm thinking of Spring as the other one. I mean, they have tech hunters there, but they're anti-slavers. So this is the Science HQ. I guess we can have Gecko go in here alone. It's so dark. Do y'all not have lights in here? So the machinists brew booze, huh? I mean, I'm sure I learned this at one point, but... Finch. Interrupting my thought process. This better be important. Always thought I'd find my peace and quiet working here, but nope, I just get noisy adventurers asking too many questions. What are you doing holed up in here? Well, why not just take a look around, genius? Books, workbenches, worked it out yet? This is a university. From here, we send tech hunters northwest to salvage relics and samples. Then it's my team's job to piece together the history and lost tech of our ancient ancestors. Do you know where I can find ancient science books? Oh, why, of course. Allow me to divulge all hard-earned knowledge of the tech hunters so that random adventurers can stumble upon valuable research artifacts before we do. I have some questions. What is this place? Can you teach me about the history? If I explained the history of the world to every bore of an adventurer who's dropped by, I wouldn't have much time to carry out my actual research, would I? You expect everything, you people. One minute you want me to work, the next you want to rip me from my bubble of silence and knowledge. Speak to my assistant EO. Even better, read my books or go by my blueprints if you really want knowledge. I've certainly published enough of them. Okay, so what I was trying to see was if I could become an ally with the machinists by selling them books. Okay, fair though. Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Where is the assistant? EO. Ah, EO, here we go. Keep loitering our aisles, Outlander, and you'll end up trampled by sleep-deprived scientists. What brings you to World's End University? Do you need something? Some questions about your work. Do you have something specific in mind? There's not a great deal of information I can enlighten you with that hasn't already been documented in our records. Records, where can I find these? Just take a look around the library, you'll find them. Can you teach me about world history? Okay, we're going to do this again. Because maybe we'll understand more of it with the context we have. With all due respect, Drifter, asking me to sum up the history of the world is not much different asking a doctor to teach you medicine in 10 minutes. On top of that, many scientists have theories on different theories on events. I suggest you browse through our library if you're interested to know more. The Holy Nation talk of a first extinction. What do you know of it? The first extinction, I personally believe it to be a plague epidemic, but Mr. Finch stands firmly by it being a freak tornado. Whatever it was, it appears that the skeleton was better equipped to survive it. But human nature is to scapegoat, in particular those that are different to them. Our physical differences in a time of panic and turmoil only provoke further fear and clinging to ideas of blame. Hence, the condemnation of my kind is playing a part in the downfall by the Holy Nation. You existed way back to the ancient times, right? Can't you remember anything? The memory of a skeleton is not as long-lasting as our bodies, unfortunately. I don't even remember if I existed within the ancient race or not. Trust me, it is highly frustrating for a theorist to have possibly existed at the very time period they are dedicated to investigating. What happened to the ancients and how did we come to be? Mr. Finch believes all organics to be direct descendants of smaller tribes outside of the ancient society. And the ancients? We think they would have lived disconnected from the rest of the world. A deadly disease could have killed them off while leaving the skeletons and other tribes unaffected. But again, there are many different theories on how we all came to be. Know where I can find any ancient science books? You're an adventurer? Forgive me, but freely passing out tips to our competition will land me in a great deal of trouble with Mr. Finch. Try talking to the tech hunters over in the World's End bar. Okay, thanks for the info. So they said to check the library. Is there a library in town? They have 4 bars. 4 bars in this little town. I see now why they have to brew so much booze. Well, now the Phoenix is gone. Maybe I can actually take a damn walk in the northern plains. God-loving Greenlanders hogging all the land. Good riddance to them. I will say I'm pretty tempted by this, locked safe here. Ancient safe here. I don't know what library they were telling me to check. You made that big stink about working, and here you are, still asleep at 8:45. Sorry, 9 o'clock. What do you have to say for yourself? There's a shop counter. And the funny thing is, I was offering to sell them ancient science books and engineering research. But no, they don't want to hear it. Just your typical people that I can hire, I think. Not really anybody else I can talk to. Probably a couple people I could recruit. Totally empty building. Love it. But we can build better limbs than this. I guess we're just not going to get anything out of it. Okay, so we're a bit away. I probably should have done this while I was over here. But I did say I wanted to check out Gut. Now seems to be a good time to do it. Wonder if our people, if I send them over there, can they just path to it? Can they figure out how to get there on their own? Okay, we've got a ton of presses and motors. Oh, we've got a ton of presses and motors. Okay. So with that, we should make skeleton repair or skeleton muscles. Yeah. And then when we're done with the skeleton muscles, we'll make a bunch of robotics components. And then we're going to need more limb storage. This game needs an even faster move option. I'm sure there's a mod out there for that. So I've seen this really interesting and kind of concerning new trend. I know a lot of people have gotten off of Twitter, and I'm mostly off of there too for a lot of reasons. But I've seen this new type of person on there on Twitter who will, Twitter has an AI called Grok, which is their own like LLM that, you can ask questions to on Twitter and things like that. And there's this new breed of person that will ask the AI to comment on something, usually political. And then when the AI comes back with a response, this person will spend the next hour arguing with the robot, trying to trick it into supporting their position. And boy, if that's not a dark look at the future of our species ahead, I don't know what is. And I think the only positive to it that I can think of is at least those people now have robots to argue with, and they're not dragging like everyday people into hour-long sea lioning exercises, you know what I mean? But man, it is just think about the mental brain power that's going into arguing with an AI to try to support your position. Our only exposure to Twitter is Nyara showing off her newest tweets on stream. I don't know who that is, but it is, it's a place, all right. Oh, and then I was having a conversation with somebody. We were talking about how phones these days and emails, like, have suggestions that tries to write in your tone. And it's like you'll be texting somebody you're close to, and the phone will suggest a response for you. And to me, that's just terrible. I mean, if you can't take the time to type out your own LOL to somebody that you love and you have a robot do it for you, what does that say about the depth of our sincerity and relationships if we're willing to let a robot take that over? I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me at all. They do that on YouTube, too. You have when people comment on your YouTube videos, you have AI-generated responses that you can just click and the AI responds for you. And they've been seen doing some really weird things, including one creator posted a screenshot where the YouTube AI recommended a response with their full home address. Trans VTuber that got into trouble with Asmongold and the general right-wing crowd for saying that trans kids exist and deserve to receive the health care they need. Oh, I see. Yeah, everything that I have consumed regarding Asmongold has been against my will. Well, live organic language. Or live organic language. One or the other. Yabata. All right, now, I'm a little cautious because I'm afraid that gut may contain some elder beak things, and we are not tested against those yet. Maybe the Yabata outlaws could thank you for freeing their boss by not attacking you. Yeah, but I feel like if they had that temperament, they wouldn't be Yabata outlaws. It's like, do you get mad at the snake for biting you? Thanks for watching. I live at address herb emoji. Quick, everybody write that down. We're gonna go visit herb emoji. I hope that's actually like the FBI headquarters or something. Right? They have a headquarters in New York. They've got to have a headquarters in New York. Or like a field office or a regional office or something. Oh no, the AI has betrayed you. You fool, if only there were thousands of media written about this very possibility. It is what came up when you Googled for fake addresses. Rip whoever lives there. It's good to see you, Herb. All right, this is Gut here. I didn't realize there were crabs in Gut. This is the Howler Maze. I've heard about Howlers before. Oh, what's this? Glad the YouTube player still works on your machine. Me too. It's almost completely gone now. The city that used to be here, wonder what left. I'm excited, actually, says Sadness, or no, Burn, maybe, despite being simultaneously depressed. Why would that be? Does that mean there's treasure? I like treasure. Depends if it's been cleared out yet. It is pretty close to the Empire lands. So there used to be a city here, huh? No, Crab! Don't attack me! Maybe the dialogue was referring to Howler's Maze. There was a city there. Yeah, Lost Town. So maybe. Maybe we'll pop back over and investigate that too, just in case. Okay, we got ads on Twitch. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this ad break. That way, anybody who's on Twitch and not subscribed, you won't get hit with ads. We're going to go over to my BRB section. I've got a new clip player up that will automatically pull clips that I selected. No more random awkward clips, only intentionally awkward clips. So let me know how it goes, and I'll see you all in just a second. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Okay, watch out. This is a big barrage, so don't be anywhere near the red
Okay, there's
laser.
also a building right where behind you, too. I don't know if that counts.
You need to be further.
You're right. You're right.
Press E to listen in. Have you finished? Oh, my bad. This is an intimate conversation. I should not be here. You let me know when you're done, and we'll come back and do this again. Yes, sir. This whole section is rigged to blow. Listen, listen. You said you were done with the intimate talk. What? Drugs? Okay, listen. I gotta chase down. No, no. Hold on. I need that fire truck. You don't understand. Cannot believe I just got folded by a smart car.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence.
I killed a ton of
If this
people.
is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
No, it's difficult when you're starting out and you want more. So I read that that had explosives in it, and I thought, neat. Maybe if I break it in, or if I break into it, it'll give me a grenade.
No catch. You let me go, that is all. What do you care about some banner?
Counter argument. Looking for intel. She may be useful, but she was also fun to explode. Some of the games you've been playing, I'm just asking how you doing. Stunt jump. No notes. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Gonna go ahead and top up my water and get started. Huge improvement. Yeah, now somebody doesn't have to sit there calling it up every time. And they don't cut off randomly anymore, and there's not random accidental clips that people have taken when they clip or click the clip button. Last clip was beautiful. Thank you. So yeah, y'all make clips of the channel. They may end up on that reel. Of course, that relies on me being funny and clippable, but that almost never happens, so I don't think we're in too much danger of that. Oh, no repeats either. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. All right, let's see what this gut place is all about. See, this is why I swear there was some type of weapon or something that turned the ground to iron. And that's why you can mine these trees. That's my guess. A bunch of adult beak things. Let's do our usual thing and make sure we kill them. And honestly, them getting back up would not be the worst thing for some additional training. Ice is always taking head injuries. The meat comes to us begging to be wrapped. Guess if we do have somebody who's got some space, they should take the meat. Okay, how we doing? Mostly unhurt. Ice has a little head injury. Weak things all over this damn place. Whenever you need meat, you take a business trip to some place with frequent edible animal herds like Leviathan Coast or Holy Nation Farms. Wing Wing's gonna run out of room for the beef. Think you have regained enough strength to rise again. Very nice. They have foretold of this. Let's take this latter half of the group and attack this one. Discovered strange camp. Where did I discover that? Oh. I don't see it from here. Oh, huh. How about that? Strange little camp out there. Let's go see what that's all about. Hey, Boogie, what's up? Good to see you. Howdy, Gold. Welcome in. Have I been doing? Not bad, not bad. Seems not everybody can get to that camp. Hope things have been good for you, Gold. No face of the gutters. So there's actually somebody here who is in some way or another aligned with them. Why is he hostile right away? They don't show up as a faction here. Things are good on your end right now, waiting to see if you'll get Pell Grant money to help pay for your tuition. Well, good luck with that. I know that can make a big difference. He's got a bounty in the UC. I ain't going back to politics. Wait, hold on. Maybe this guy's got the right idea. No more lies. Hold on. I want to hear him out. Go away. He's not doing any damage to us. Be off with you. No more bleeding politics. Freaking faceless people lying. Oh, it says 0, but that's not true. Just a bunch of idiots lying to each other. No more of it for me. Oh, who went down? Oh, maybe they did that to repair. Yeah. I'm fed up with politics. Had enough, see? Honestly, he's so real for that. This one-on-one duel is probably the most honorable thing he's ever done. That's a good-looking weapon. What's he got there? Oh, I didn't check his stats. Did leopards eat his face? Hey, welcome in. Tex Papa George, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to hear. A masterwork Old World Bow Mark 1. Here to institute Prima Nocta. No, thanks. We don't want any. I always thought that was a hilarious joke in The Office. At one point, I would have known The Office like that. Not today. Not today. Yeah, you're right, Trans Tanky Girl. We should patch him up. I want to hear about this man's political career now, though. Oops, that was the wrong one. Is that the crew? That is the crew, yes. Well, this is our fighting crew. We also have a base crew. This is the base crew. We're just investigating Gut right now. Had a base in the exact same location. It's a popular one. Love how they all descend on him to patch him. It's got to be a slightly terrifying sight. Okay, my game is slowing down. Oh! Beak things, okay. Gecko, it's time to get up. Had 2 gates so that every enemy had to swim while getting struck by crossbows. Yeah, so this is my first playthrough, and I haven't really looked up any designs for bases and stuff. But I'm sure, now that I know the game a little bit, I'm sure that there's a lot of that you can do to kind of manipulate the base system and everything. I didn't really find any other locations out here. I'm curious to see what all is up with Gut. Other than the beak things, of course. We know about them. It's like we got a couple... Might be about to attack us. Not sure if you prefer no backseaters, but can respect that. Yes, I've actually been really extreme about it this playthrough. I have not... Now, granted, I'm 260 hours in, so I've learned a couple of things since then, but I have not even let people tell me, like, what buttons do. It took me 90 hours to figure out that I can stack stuff in certain backpacks. Can just sit here and chew your nails. You'll fit in well with the rest of the people who have been dying to give me help but have very respectfully declined. We've learned a lot, I would say. You know, for an area so full of terrifying creatures, I was really hoping there would be something unique. I mean, there was no face. No saves coming. Nope, I have reloaded 2 or 3 times, and it was every time it was because of a glitch or a bug or like a really wacky, you know, something wasn't quite right. But other than that, if people die, they die. If I lose everybody or put myself in a bad situation, I've just been living with it. Any mods? Just the compressed textures. Huh, that was weird. That anything? It's a rock. Well, while we're in the area, go check out this Howler maze again, because last time I was near here, I think I was moving kind of quickly. Do not go quietly into that great night. I will not. I will be making some noise. It might be high-pitched and kind of whiny and really annoying to listen to, but I will not be going quietly. Gut has some nice beachfront property and beautiful wildlife. What more do you need? Treasure, adventure, power. Must be nests nearby. There's so many beak things. Oh, there's a nest here. There was a nest over here, a nest here. I think a nest around here. Gut is full of the beak things. All right, so This was the little island we were looking at. When you first played this game, you hated those creatures. Early on in the run, I lost an entire squad to one. And it made me so mad because the beak thing wasn't hungry. It had full hunger, but it still took the time to eat every single one of my people. Vindictive bastards. Yeah, they're definitely an early game threat. Early and mid game threat. I might be procrastinating the Ashlands a little bit because I'm nervous. Also, I gotta figure out my approach. The beakies rarely get such delicious snacks. They gotta eat as much as they can, for they know not when they can eat again. I don't get the feeling they often go without eating. I've never seen a beak thing malnourished. I don't think I saw a single red number in that group. Hey, welcome in. Good to have you. Nothing ruins your game more than the message being eaten alive. I got that on my very first day in the game. Which, by the way, self-promo, if you'd like to see how I started this playthrough totally blind, if you do the exclamation YT, you can follow the whole thing along. I was not always this powerful or well put together. By a long shot. Love that the icon for that is the cheap Halloween prop vampire teeth. It's true. What scenario did I start on? Just the normal one. It's been so long. I started it in November, and it's July now. Whatever the normal single per wanderer, yeah. I don't like killing the crabs. Crabs are cool. All-time favorite is Slaves. Yeah, I'll have to try some of the others. Yeah, so this is the Howler Maze, and I know earlier in the game I heard them talk about Howlers, but I also heard them talk about Mist Ghouls, and I think the Mist Ghouls are either Fogmen or maybe Skin Bandits. I'm not sure. And I think Howlers might be crabs. That doesn't really make sense, but some of the dialogue coming up around the crabs has kind of said, like, kind of lined up with the Howler stuff. I still haven't seen a flying beak ogre, though. What if that's what's waiting for me in the Ashlands? Crabs were not cool in your high school. If anybody in my high school had them, they didn't talk about it. Okay, so... I think we've been here before. We can absolutely take that mega crab. Last that was way back in the late 80s. Hey, maybe times were different. Sorry, Tanky, but you may want to close your eyes. Somebody took a pretty big hit of like 41 damage. Yeah, it might have been we. Mega crab ganglion. Some kind of organ or something that was inside the mega crab. Whatever it is, it's probably worth a bit of money. You know, just some kind of organ thing. Oh, oops, all crabs. I legitimately don't know why I expected anything but crabs when I opened the door. The Crab House. That sounds like a seafood place. All right, so what about this as a howler maze? That's what I want to know. Feed me lore. I want to know the lore. Another question you hope Kenshi 2 answers. Ad in 15 seconds. We shouldn't have ads for another half hour. Oh, this crab's not attacking us. Yes, this is a friend crab. Think you should take Mega Crab back home with you in your playthrough? I guess I never thought about how you could do that. Oh, is that... Have I seen this? Oh, I haven't seen this. Okay. That was weird, had a countdown and everything. Okay, so I'm not trying to call you out, but do you happen to have an ad blocker? Because I have heard that ad blockers can cause the ad detection system to go haywire and start firing stuff off. Hey, what's up, Ed? Good to see you. Outpost? Okay, call it. Crabs or iron spiders? Or empty? Entire family lives off of social media, so you will gladly watch ads to support my work. Hey, I appreciate that. I hate the ads. I would honestly turn them off if I could. But it does help a little bit. Looted ruins. Ah, so they're already looted. That's why they're empty. Okay. Oldest son and one of your daughters have 3 million subs on YouTube, so you totally understand it's hard work. Hey, that's good for them. Yeah, I did YouTube before I did Twitch. See, I had 22,000 on my one channel. But YouTube for me was so much, like, I got one video had like 4 million views, and then a bunch of stuff got like 2,000 or 3,000. There was just very little consistency to it for me. I am trying again, though, in a slightly different way. You lived in Kenshi, you'd likely try to join the Tech Hunters and restore damaged books. Yeah, I think they're the coolest faction, and they're also quite powerful. That's the Lost Town again, I think. Well, I mean, I guess that's Gut and the Howler Maze for us. Or you become a crab raider. Do you think the smell would be too much for you, though? I always feel bad for knocking out tech hunters and stealing their stuff. You know, there's a remedy for that. You just don't do it. All right, well, that's Gut. I'm honestly at a loss for what we do today, because I think at this point we just have to investigate the Sonorous Dark and the Ashlands. Don't judge, easy pickings, but the tech hunters are homies. I mean, we have legitimately covered every other part of the map. It's gonna take forever just to get there. I'm wondering if I want to start an outpost nearby. I'm kind of tempted to make one in Stobe's Gamble. Let's go scout that out. I want to locate Stobe's Gamble and see if it's substantially closer than Fortress Shem. As your game going, you're just owning this game. I mean, we're taking it slow and methodically and making progress, yeah, for sure. Really wish there was a way to take over outposts like a conquest game. Yeah, that would be really cool. That crab's booking it. Who are you? An Empire peasant? Wait. I've fought you before. What are you doing out here? Buy property in Crabtown? That's a thought. Build your HQ out of the exoskeleton of the mega crab. Feel like the guy that's banging two sticks together and scrambling for food while I'm building a kingdom. Well, I mean, think of the time I've invested in this playthrough. It took me, how many hours to get past, like, having a couple little shacks and dying all the time and not being able to buy books? Oh, that's just Gecko. First 100 hours was a legit poverty simulator. Yeah. Then I learned how to put my people to work copper mining and actually create, like, a system. Remember when I sold fuel and bad teeth? Yes. And Frankie came in, and even Frankie was like, I've never heard of anybody selling fuel as a method of commerce. And I was like, well, I grow green fruit, so this is what I know how to do. Where are you? Ah, the South Stone Camp is totally... Wait. It's totally destroyed. We have free traders in here, but the gates are locked. Are they closed in? What is happening? Is this game multiplayer? It is not. I don't know if I like the free traders yet or not. Wow, I can't believe their pathing has been so defeated by a closed gate. Probably wouldn't play it if it was multiplayer. You hate trolls like on DayZ. Yeah, and I feel like multiplayer would lead to feature creep, and it would end up being a fundamentally different game. But you know what would be cool? And I know they're an indie studio and they can only do so much. But it would be cool if there was like a faction building multiplayer game / real-time strategy where you could raise factions and fight your friends. I mean, the game's got so much already. It's got, like, hunger management. It's got research trees. Don't understand how I started the game and built a huge colony in, like, an hour. Oh, it wasn't an hour. No, you should go back and watch the VODs on YouTube, Ed. It was, like... It was like 120 hours before I had an actual working base that wasn't destroyed by raids all the time. Trade, base building. Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine a Halo Wars type game, but for the Kenshi universe. The first hour was running around. Yeah, the first 4 hours were running around. There's probably 10 to 15 hours before I got my first walls. This is Bannerlord on crack. I haven't played that yet. I've heard good things about it, though. And getting Ruka killed. Yes. Ruka got killed so that we could live and we could learn to thrive. Honestly, though, watching back my first episode on YouTube, it just drives home how lucky I was. There were so many times that one thing could have gone differently and the run would have been dead. Trade and base building isn't easy. Best you've done is built a fast-running character and just kind of sit by while there's raids on outposts and grab the spoils and sell them. It's made a bit of money. Trade is not easy. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Create a fast-running character. Absolutely. My run would have died if I didn't have Brecht run all over creation and gain athletic skill. The Holy Nation owes their downfall to one paladin. Oh, I actually kind of want to go this way. Should import your game to Restore Flats Lagoon so you can start selling swamp hashish paid for by Rome again. Oh, cool. We've got Reavers. Or what? Oh. I sent just Gecko to do the job. You have mined for minerals and then sold those too. So about episode 12 of my stream, Ed, I spent between episode 12 and 15, or maybe it was like 18 to 21, something like that. I spent about 12 hours with 5 characters mining copper and building up money to buy weapons and armor. I mean, we did some grinding. It definitely did not just come, you know, overnight. Still takes a long time to get decent. I think you installed the game, but if you ever play again, you'd love to show me. Sneaking into an area with androids, and it was kind of cool. Oh, the skeletons? Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple skeletons in our group. How did I feed those people? With the profits from mining. Won't spoil, but there are some cheese for leveling up nearly any skill. Yeah. Yeah, so I learned a little over 200 hours into the game, I learned a good method for raising toughness, at least with skeletons. I haven't replicated it with organic beings yet, but... Okay, we got a beak thing nest. Oh, who are we fighting out here? Ah, thralls. Here we go. Old tech area, and there were spider droids. Oh, yeah. The iron spiders. Yep, they are very dangerous. Use starving bandits for toughness? Exactly. Those things brutal. Yeah, a lot of stuff is brutal in Kenshi in the early parts of the game. There's definitely 1,000 ways to die out here. All right, so if I remember correctly, Stobe's Gamble is like here. We better help our anti-slaver friend. Hey, Pi, what's up? Good to see you. We're doing pretty good. I mean, we conquered the Holy Nation. We conquered the United Cities. We traveled through some of Gut. You've been eaten alive, though? I've had characters eaten alive. Time to conquer your hearts. It'll be my toughest battle yet, but it's been the one that I've been preparing for the most. Use your last burst of energy for snacks, no regrets. Good thinking. The snacks will help rejuvenate the energy. Wish you could eat the Holy Nation alive. Well, I mean, you could let things eat the Phoenix alive. We did that with some of the nobles from the United Cities. First, we fed them to fishmen. And then that wasn't efficient enough. So we started giving them acid bath spa treatments. Burn him. See if he rises from the ashes. Stobe is over here around Ark somewhere. Now, it does mean if we do this, we'll be having a base in Reaver and Skeleton Bandit territory. Some Game of Thrones shenanigans. Is the exact tone you imagined. Also probably have fewer allies out here. Okay, this is Stobe's garden. Where is Great Stobe? Somewhere along here, I thought. Stobe's lore is cool from what you remember. I'm hoping if we find Stobe again, I'll get more lore this time. I was kind of having a little bug before. I think it was a bug where my people weren't reading out their dialogue. And it seems sometimes you have to reset, like, world flags for the dialogue to queue again. Although I think somebody told me in a YouTube comment long ago that there's a mod that can make them repeat their dialogue. I had no idea how powerful martial arts was until you started seeing limbs fly off once it was your own character's limb. Yeah, we have one person who I have trained in martial arts, and I have him using a falling sun right now, but I think he can be like dual utility. Oh, cool, the crab raiders are with me. Totally off topic, but you tried to sweeten your matcha with honey, and it took so much more than you thought it would. Way more than simple syrup or agave. Wonder why? Yeah, I find that about honey. It tends to take a lot to be noticeable in a drink for me. Actually, I think Stobe is kind of this way. You can shower before the wife gets home and humiliates you, lurking. Hey, thank you for the lurk. Good to have you. Good to meet you. Honey can contain tannins, okay, which lend it a more bitter flavor relative to other sweeteners. That makes sense. In that case, though, it should sweeten up some with milk, because the fats in milk attach to the tannins and kind of neutralize them. Justice for Beep. What's up, V? Hope you're well. What is this here? Is that the Reaver camp? Oh, that's Expedition 4. There's Stobe. We haven't missed any dialogue, have we? No. Just love that honeybees make honey with their little forehead secretions. All right, dialogue, please. No dialogue? All right, so first of all, how far are we? We're really not that far here. Certainly closer than Shem. I think it would be so cool to have a base in Stobe's Garden here. What's it look like? So tons of copper. We have copper resources here. But I would need to find somewhere with iron. Oh, okay, we have 100% iron up here. And we have a copper resource. Really doesn't want to build in some of those spots. No. What's up, Wheezy? Like right here is 100, and then for stone... Stone, we have 100 here. So we could honestly... We could honestly have a base on this hill right here. Let's see how long it takes us to run from here to here. That would tell us how long it would take to go to and from expeditions. Not much. Was checking out one of the games your wife got you off the summer sale earlier. Very nice. Hope you were having a good time. How did I conquer territories? In what way do you mean conquer? Like making allies with people? Thought you said you conquered the... Okay, so yeah, we destroyed the Holy Nation. There's a quest line with the Shek. I mean, I'm sure you could do it on your own too, but you can tell the Shek that you want to go to war with the Holy Nation, and they give you targets. And then as you attack those, the Shek Kingdom will come over and take over them. So the Shek now live in Stack and Bad Teeth. And Blister Hill was destroyed and taken over by the Flotsam Ninjas. Older game called Tower of Time. Not bad, especially at a 92% discount. Oh, yeah. I love to play some older games. Are you feeding your squad meth? Nope, just dried cactuses and bread. And the occasional fish. But I'm playing the game on triple speed right now. So these are massive copper resources. Maybe there's a reason they said to... Look at this, iron quality 200. Maybe there's a reason the Ashlanders said to make an outpost in the pits. We checked this before? Outpost storage? Yeah. We could play together. It would be cool. I think it would change the game a lot. Have to get some tips from me. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, be a good place for it. Trying to finish a game you've had for a long time and want to finally beat it. I know the feeling. Thank you, Maiko, for pulling up the Discord. Need to start reducing the backlog. Yeah, I know we were talking about that the other day. It's funny, I keep playing games and the backlog keeps growing longer. Okay, so about 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe we do want an outpost here in the pits. I mean, the quality of these resources is really high. And we have hydroponics. Keep playing sandbox-style games without a defined end, like Kenshi or management games. Yeah, that can definitely be a time sink. Hey, have a good one, Trans Tanky Girl. Good to have you. Appreciate you. This is Sniper Valley. Trying to beat 2 worlds, finally. Someone's watching us, we should run. Who said that? Gecko. So last time one of our people said that it was a sniper bot. Discovered creepy outpost. Oh, what the hell is this? Wait a second, I didn't see that last time we came through. Gonna slow it down in case we're entering into danger unwittingly. Keep picking up post-apocalyptic titles as well. Got another one off the sale called End Zone, like a post-apocalyptic Sim Cities. Oh, that's cool. You're back. What did you miss? We are in the pits, and we just discovered something called Creepy Outpost here in the Sonorous Dark. I'm betting this is a Skin Bandit home. I want to get close enough to see it without being in it. Skin House, yep. Got lots of corpse furnaces. And we got ads. Okay, I'm not gonna play through these ads. I'm gonna go ahead and take my break as usual because people on Twitch who are not subscribed, well, we might be able to, or might be about to discover something here. So, want you all to be there to be able to see it. So I'll be back in just a moment. Some of the games you've been playing, I'm just asking how you doing. Stunt jump. No notes. Oh, when I drop it, they like that. They like it when I drop it. We we have been in a bit of a predicament, as you might see. You might be able to deduce that something has happened. You'll both be today's main course if you don't do something. Activate your defense ability. Separate from ally. That's my defense ability? That might be the that might be the hardest I've ever laughed at a game on here. I thought I was gonna kick him or something. Go away or I'll call the police. Shinji, what the fuck are the police gonna do about that? You see the meat nightmare hallway outside. Today I lost the piss lottery and that's what my chat became about. I can't believe I actually survived it. Alright, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. We get some good clips in there. The defensibility one, I love that one. Oh, come on, laptop, why won't you? There we go. So this is Sonorous Dark. We've seen the sniper tower before. Does make me wonder if we made an outpost in the pits if we would get Skin Bandit raids all the time. Remember the tower that was named Nice Tower or something and then changed to something horrible when you approached? Yeah, it was Nice Ruin and then it changed to Horrible Ruin. Wow, that's a lot of iron spiders. Same vibes, but they're not trying to fool you this time. Wow, look. Look at those torches just going. Legion Scout. There's a skeleton legion. Think there's a delay on your end? Unless our host is in an old Chinese movie. Nope, don't get that one. First time. Yeah, I think this is the first time we've met the skeleton legion. And it appears they're automatically hostile. And there are certain subclass of skeleton. Like an older model, maybe? Nice settlement of humans you've come across. You should go say hi. Them stats. I mean, 40 strength and 50 toughness is not all that remarkable to me. These guys are. Not to mention being horrifying. Must be early version synths, not even a Gen 1. Well, let's just say it's real organic human skin they're wearing. Cannibals, not just cannibals. Skeletons. They're skin bandits. They believe they're humans. So they must wear human skin. Skeletons belong under the skin. I see nothing wrong here. Getting thumbnails for tomorrow's stream. Except it kind of ruins the thumbnail when half of them are like floating and the other half are sinking into the ground. Oh, this one with the flame in the background? Suppose if you were a walking skeleton, you'd want to wear skin too. Okay, here's what we're gonna do for today. For today, we're gonna back off. We've got some information. I want to go back to Spring, and I want to talk to Tin Fist and Gray one last time and see if the work we did with the United Cities crossed any thresholds where we can advance that line. And then tomorrow, we plan our outpost and our excursion team into the Sonorous Dark and the Ashlands. It may involve grinding for a bit against the Skin Bandits, because they have pretty high stats, so they will be a good group to try to raise our skills against. But we can get into that more tomorrow. Am I leaving? Yeah, I don't want to go into there for now. Spring. That sniper bot tried to hunt us down, and what did it get? What did it get? It ran into a couple gorillos. Life is not cruel just to us in this game. Oh no. I think we checked that out before. Yeah, that's the police barracks. Thanks for everything. Good luck surviving. Hey, thank you. It was good meeting you. Thanks for stopping in. We'll be back tomorrow, the same time, for more Kenshi. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Tin Fist has nothing new for us. Gray has nothing new for us. I think we've gone as far as we can go, or at least as far as I can figure out how to go with this quest line. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up here for today. Don, welcome in. Got hella people. Yeah, we are squad capped. We have 30 out of 30. Yeah, we've been playing this playthrough for a minute now, but unfortunately you have joined us just as we are wrapping up. We will be back tomorrow at the same time for some more Kenshi. We do Kenshi on Saturdays and Sundays here. And by the way, if y'all are watching on YouTube, don't forget, consider leaving a like if you like the stream. It tells YouTube it's a good one. Consider subscribing. And as well, if you are new here, whether on Twitch or YouTube, and you want to see how the blind playthrough started, you want to see how we got started with no knowledge and all of the mistakes we made, well, you can check that out over on the YouTube. You can find it there. And I've got the first 9 installments edited down for your abridged viewing convenience, so you don't have to watch the full VOD. That way you can get the full story and get caught up to where we are now, 62 streams in. It's been a wild run. Tomorrow is birthday. Hey, it's almost birthday now. Happy early birthday, Cemetery Chick. All right. We're going to go ahead and start by closing YouTube. YouTube, as always, thank you for joining us, whether you were here live or you caught the VOD. I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this stream as much as I did, and this playthrough as much as I have. Just a reminder, new part of Kenshi video is out. Fear and Hunger series, the part 1 is out. The part 2 is coming out soon. If you enjoyed the blind Kenshi playthrough, you might be the kind of person who will enjoy the blind Fear and Hunger playthrough. And we've got more coming your way, so I look forward to hopefully seeing you again. But until we do catch you again, YouTube,